श्री माँ का नाम अति प्यारा, श्री माँ का नाम अति प्यारा, श्री माँ का नाम अति प्यारा। मधुर 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 अति मधुर 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 अति मधुर, श्री माँ का नाम अति प्यारा, श्री माँ का नाम। लेकर तो देखो नाम, लेकर तो देखो नाम, लेकर तो देखो निर्मल नाम, लेकर तो देखो निर्मल नाम, लेकर तो देखो कितना प्यारा, लेकर तो देखो कितना प्यारा। निर्मल जगत के निर्मल प्यारा, श्री माँ का नाम अति प्यारा, श्री माँ का नाम अति प्यारा। मधुर 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 अति मधुर, श्री माँ का नाम अति प्यारा, श्री माँ का नाम।
ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி. எல்லோருக்கும் வணக்கம். நம்ம எல்லோரும் இப்போ கூட்டாக நமஸ்காரம் பண்ணி 2 கைகள் மடி மீது வைத்து ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜியை பார்த்து உட்காரலாம். சந்தோஷ சித்தத்தோடு தியானத்துக்கு உட்காரலாம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி கிட்ட அனுமதியை கேட்போம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, நாங்கள் இந்த தியானம் செய்ய அமர்ந்திருக்கிறோம் தாயே. தயவு செய்து எங்களுக்கு அனுமதியை தந்து வழி நடத்த வேண்டும் தாயே. மெதுவாக குண்டலினி எழுப்பி பந்தன் போட்டுக்கொள்வோம். மெதுவாக நம்முடைய கவனம் நம்மளுக்குள் கொண்டு வருவோம், ஹிருதயத்துக்கு கொண்டு வருவோம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தயவு செய்து எங்களோட ஹிருதயத்தில் வாருங்கள் தாயே. ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, எங்களுடைய ஹிருதயத்தில் அமருங்கள் தாயே. ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தாங்களுடைய வரவு எங்களுடைய ஹிருதயத்தில் அனுபவிக்க செய்யுங்கள் தாயே. மெதுவா நம்மளுடைய கவனம் நம்முடைய சஹஸ்ராரத்துக்கு கொண்டு போவோம். சஹஸ்ராரத்துக்கு கொஞ்சம் மேலே இப்போ கொண்டு போவோம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, நான் இந்த மனம், புத்தி, சரீரம், அகங்காரம் ஏதுமில்லை தாயே. தங்கள் அருளால் நான் ஒரு தூய ஆத்மாதான். இப்போ நுண்ணுதல்களில் மாற்றம் இருக்கா கவனிப்போம். கவனத்தை சஹஸ்ராரத்துக்கு கொஞ்சம் மேல வைத்து நம்முடைய 2 உள்ளங்கையில என்ன உணர்வோம்னு கவனிப்போம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜியோட இணைய முயற்சிப்போம். கவனத்தை சஹஸ்ராரத்திலே வைத்து 3 மகா மந்திரமும் ஸ்ரீ கணேச மந்திரமும் கூறுவோம். நல்லா உணர்ந்து சொன்னோம்னா நம்முடைய நாடிகள் நன்றாக சுத்திகரியும். ஓம் त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कलकी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कलकी साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री गणेशा साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। இடா நாடியை சுத்திகரிப்போம். லெஃப்ட் ஹேண்ட் மடி மீது, ரைட் ஹேண்ட் பூமி தாய் மீது வைப்போம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ மகாகாளி மற்றும் ஸ்ரீ பைரவர். தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய இடாநாடியை தூய்மைப்படுத்துங்கள் தாயே. லெஃப்ட் ஹேண்டோட விரல்களில் என்ன உணர்வோம்னு கவனிப்போம். லெஃப்ட் ஹேண்ட் பூமி தாய் மீது, ரைட் ஹேண்ட் மடி மீது வைப்போம். கவனம் ரைட் மூலாதார சக்கரம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ கார்த்திகேயா. தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய ரைட் மூலாதார சக்கரத்தை தூய்மைப்படுத்துங்கள் தாயே. பிங்கள நாடியை சமநிலைப்படுத்துவோம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ மகா சரஸ்வதி மற்றும் ஸ்ரீ ஹனுமானா. தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய பிங்களா நாடியை தூய்மைப்படுத்துங்கள் தாயே. நம்மளோட ரைட் ஹேண்டோட விரல்களில் என்ன உணர்வோம்னு கவனிப்போம். லெஃப்ட் ஹேண்ட் மடிக்கு கொண்டு வருவோம். நம்மளுடைய முழு கவனம் நம்மளுடைய சுஷும்னா நாடி. ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ மகாலட்சுமி மற்றும் ஸ்ரீ கணேஷா. தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய சுஷும்னா நாடியை தூய்மைப்படுத்துங்கள் தாயே. முழுமையாக திறந்து ஸ்ரீ குண்டலினி மாதாக்கு ஒரு நல்ல பாதையை அமைத்து கொடுங்கள் தாயே. ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தயவு செய்து எங்களுக்கு தியானத்துக்கு தேவையான சமநிலையை தந்தருளுங்கள் தாயே. நம்முடைய சகசாரத்திலும் 2 உள்ளங்கைகளும் குளுமையான நுண்ணர்கள் வரதான் கவனிப்போம். கவனம் மூலாதார சக்கரத்துக்கு கொண்டு வருவோம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ கணேஷா. தயவு செய்து எங்களுக்குள் ஸ்ரீ கணேச தத்துவத்தை முழுமையாக நிலைநிறுத்துங்கள் தாயே. செயல்படுத்துங்கள் தாயே. ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தயவு செய்து எங்களுக்கு கள்ளம் கபடமற்ற தூய உள்ளத்தை தந்தருளுங்கள் தாயே. பணிவாக இருக்க அருள் புரியுங்கள் தாயே. ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, விவேக புத்தியை தந்தருளுங்கள் தாயே. ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தங்களிடம் ஸ்ரீ கணேசர் போல முழுமையாக சரணடைய அருள் புரியுங்கள் தாயே. எல்லா மங்களமும் தந்தருளுங்கள் தாயே. ஸ்ரீ கணேஷா சாக்ஷாத் கூறலாம். ஓம் त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री गणेशा साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः. ஒரு சின்ன கணேச ஸ்துதி. अजं निर्विकल्पं निराकाररूपं निरानन्दमानन्दमद्वैतपूर्णं परं निर्गुणं निर्विशेषं निरीहं परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेम. गणेशं भजेम. गणेशं भजेम. நம்முடைய சஹஸ்ராரத்திலிருந்து நம்முடைய மூலாதார சக்கரத்தை பார்ப்போம். நம்முடைய சஹஸ்ராரத்திலும் நம்முடைய 2 கைகளிலும் மூலாதாரம் இருக்கும் இடத்தில் என்ன உணர்வோம்னு கவனிப்போம். சந்தோஷ சித்தத்தோட ஸ்ரீ கணேசரை நம்மளுடைய மூலாதாரத்தில் பூஜிப்போம். ஸ்ரீ கணேஷாவோட ஆசீர்வாதத்தால் நம்ம இப்போ கவனத்தை மூலாதாரத்துக்கு கொண்டு வருவோம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ குண்டலினி மாதாவாக எங்களுக்குள் அமர்ந்திருக்கிறீர்கள் தாயே. ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, எங்களுக்குள் தாங்கள் குண்டலினி மாதாவாக எழுந்து எங்களுடைய சக்கரங்களையும் முழுமையாக சுத்திகரிச்சு சஹஸ்ராரத்தை வந்து ஆனந்த நிலையை தந்துள்ள வேண்டும் தாயே. ஸ்ரீ குண்டலினி கௌரி மாதா மந்திரத்தை கூறுவோம். ஓம் त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कुंडलिनी गौरी माता साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः. மெதுவாக நம்மளுடைய கவனம் விசுத்தி சக்கரத்துக்கு கொண்டு வருவோம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய விசுத்தி சக்கரத்துக்கு வாருங்கள் தாயே. ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, எங்களுக்குள் ஸ்ரீ ராதா கிருஷ்ணாவோட எல்லா குணங்களையும் சக்திகளையும் தந்தருளுங்கள் தாயே. கவனத்தை லெஃப்ட் விசுத்தி சக்கரத்துக்கு கொண்டு வருவோம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ விஷ்ணுமாயாவாக எங்களுடைய லெஃப்ட் விசுத்தி சக்கரத்தில் அமர்ந்திருக்கிறீர்கள் தாயே. தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய லெஃப்ட் விசுத்தி சக்கரத்தை முழுமையாக சுத்திகரிச்சு தூய்மைப்படுத்துங்கள் தாயே. தங்கள் அருளால் நாங்கள் குற்ற உணர்வு இல்லாமல் இருக்கிறோம் தாயே. ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, எங்களுக்குள் ஸ்ரீ விஷ்ணுமாயா சக்தியை எழுந்து அருள செய்யுங்கள் தாயே. या देवी सर्वभूतेषु विष्णुमायेति शब्दिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः. நம்முடைய லெஃப்ட் விசுத்தி சக்கரத்தில் கையில என்ன உணர்வோம் கவனிப்போம். மெதுவாக கவனத்தை நம்முடைய ரைட் விசுத்தி சக்கரத்துக்கு கொண்டு வருவோம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ விட்டல ருக்மிணியாக எங்களுடைய ரைட் விசுத்தி சக்கரத்தில் அமர்ந்திருக்கிறீர்கள் தாயே. தயவு செய்து நாங்கள் எப்பொழுதும் மதுரமாக பேசவும் நடந்து கொள்ளவும் அருள் புரியுங்கள் தாயே. யாரையும் எந்த விஷயத்திலையும் புண்படுத்தாமல் இனிமையை கடைபிடித்து வாழ்க்கையை நடத்த அருள் புரியுங்கள் தாயே. मधुराष्टकं कुर्वं. अधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं मधुराधिपते अखिलं मधुरं वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरं मधुराधिपते अखिलं मधुरं वेणुर्मधुरो रेणुर्मधुरः पाणिर्मधुरः पादौ मधुरं नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरं मधुराधिपते अखिलं मधुरं गीतं मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सुप्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरं मधुराधिपते अखिलं मधुरं करणं मधुरं तरणं मधुरं हरणं मधुरं रमणं मधुरं वमितं मधुरं शमितं मधुरं मधुराधिपते अखिलं मधुरं गुंजा मधुरा माला मधुरा यमुना मधुरा वीची मधुरा सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरं मधुराधिपते अखिलं मधुरं गोपी मधुरा लीला मधुरा युक्तं मधुरं मुक्तं मधुरं दृष्टं मधुरं शिष्टं मधुरं मधुराधिपते अखिलं मधुरं गोपा मधुरा गाओ मधुरा यष्टिर्मधुरा श्रेष्ठिर्मधुरा दलितं मधुरं फलितं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपते अखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्। साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। நம்மளுடைய ரைட் ஹேண்டில் விசுத்தி சக்கரத்தில் என்ன உணர்வோம்னு கவனிப்போம். மெதுவாக நம்முடைய கவனம் நம்முடைய நடு விசுத்தி சக்கரத்துக்கு கொண்டு வருவோம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ ராதா கிருஷ்ணா. தயவு செய்து கோபி ஸ்திரீ தாங்களிடம் ஒன்றினை அடைவதற்கு ராச கிரீடை ஈடுபட்ட மாதிரி எங்களையும் தங்களிடம் ஒன்றினையை தந்தருளுங்கள் தாயே. ஒரே ஒரு சின்ன கிருஷ்ண ஸ்துதி. केशपाशधृत पिञ्चिका वितति सञ्चलं मगर कुण्डलं हारजाल वनमालिका ललितमङ्गरा गगनसौरभम् पीतचेलधृत काञ्चि काञ्चितमुदं शुदं शुमनिनूपुरम् रासकेलि परिभूषितं तव हि रूपमीश कलयामहे. இதுக்கு அர்த்தம் என்னன்னா, நிறைய பீகாக் ஃபெதர்ஸோட தலையை அலங்கரிச்சு நிறைய கழுத்துல நிறைய ஆபரணங்களாம் போட்டுட்டு காதல குண்டலத்தோட எல்லா மங்கள திரவியத்தோட வாசனையா ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ணரோட திருமேனிலேந்து நல்ல மனமாக வருகிறது. அதோட அவர் அவரோட இடுப்புல ஒரு கோல்டன் கலர் பெல்ட் உடுத்தி நவரத்னத்தோட நூபுரம் காலில நூபுரமோட அலங்கரித்து பிரகாசமான ஒளிமயமான ஒரு முகத்தோட கோபிக ஸ்திரீகளோட ராச கிரீடைக்கு அவர் தயாராகிறாரு. அந்த ஒரு கிருஷ்ணத்தை நாங்கள் தியானித்து அவருடைய அருள் பெற ஆசைப்படுகிறோம். அதுதான் இந்த ஸ்லோகத்தோட மீனிங். நம்மளும் ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ணாவோட எல்லா குணங்களையும் நம்மளுக்குள் வரவழைத்து பற்றற்ற நிலையில் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜியோட கிருஷ்ண ஸ்வரூபத்தில் நாங்களும் ஒன்றினை அடைய பிரார்த்திப்போம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தயவு செய்து எங்களையும் தங்களுடைய விராட்டத்தில் ஒரு அங்க பிரத்யங்கமாக ஆக்கிவிடுங்கள் தாயே. அதுக்கு தேவையான தகுதியும் மனப்பக்குவமும் தந்தருளுங்கள் தாயே. சஹஸ்ராரத்திலிருந்து நம்மளுடைய விசுத்தி சக்கரத்தை பார்ப்போம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜியோட எங்கும் இருக்கிற அன்பு சக்தியால் நம்மளுடைய விசுத்தி சக்கரம் முழுமையாக தூய்மையடையும். மெதுவா கவனத்தை சஹஸ்ராரத்திலே வைப்போம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ சஹஸ்ரார சுவாமினி, சர்வச்சக்கர சுவாமினி தாயே. ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, எல்லா தெய்வீக குணத்தையும் ஒருங்கிணையாக எங்களுடைய சஹஸ்ராரத்தில் உணர செய்யுங்கள் தாயே. ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, எங்களுடைய சஹஸ்ர கமலத்தை முழுமையாக திறந்த தங்களுடைய அன்பை அனுபவிக்க அருள் புரியுங்கள் தாயே. நிர்விச்சார நிலையை தந்தருளுங்கள் தாயே. கவனத்தை சஹஸ்ராரத்திலே வைத்து சில நிமிடம் தியானத்தில் இருப்போம். இதே நிலையில் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜியோட சொற்பொழிவை கேட்போம், உள்வாங்கிப்போம்.
ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி. 1997 சஹஸ்ரார பூஜை அன்று அன்னை ஆற்றிய சொற்பொழிவு.
Today, we all have assembled here to worship the Sahasrara. As you have realized that Sahasrara is a very important part of the subtle system. Of course, this is a great day in 1970 that this chakra was opened up. But by that, what you have achieved, we have to see it. First of all, when the Kundalini rises, she goes to your void. Where is your dharma? And your dharma gets established. At the Nabhi chakra, we can say around the Nabhi chakra, your dharma gets established, which is the innate, pure, universal religion, is established. But then the Kundalini rises higher. Despite the establishment of the dharma, we start becoming little bit aloof from other societies because we find they are adharmis. They have no dharma. Also, I think we are afraid that we might get caught up with their adharmas. So at that stage, we don't want to cross the limits of Sahaja Yoga. Want to keep to Sahaja Yogis, to Sahaja Yoga program, and to our personal Sahaja life. Of course, it's important because first this chakra must be fully nourished. And this chakra is actually moves round the Nabhi chakra, which we know as Swadhisthana. This Swadhisthana chakra is in a way very important because it supplies energy to the brain. So when dharma is established, the subtle energy pushes through the Kundalini more energy for the Sahasrara and also the energy for dharma, which was in the Sahasrara, in the Swadhisthana, also starts flowing with it. It crosses over and starts rising in the Sahasrara. Till then, I would say, we are not yet full Sahaja Yogis. Because one can become fanatic about Sahaja. I have seen people who are so fanatic that they cannot even meet people who are not Sahaja Yogis. They cannot even talk to people who are not Sahaja Yogis. And all the time they are frightened of meeting people who are not Sahaja Yogis. Of course, you need not meet people who are evil, people who are against Sahaja Yoga, who talk against it. But those who are seeking the truth, which is our duty, that we have to go to them. So when it reaches the state where it is established in the brain, that time we go beyond dharma. Dharmatit, we become beyond. Dharma means that dharma becomes part and parcel of our being. We cannot lose it. Such dharma becomes within us a part and parcel, which is a very great achievement, because then you don't have to do any rituals, you don't have to worry about meeting other people, you don't have to worry that your vibrations will be harmed. Then you don't catch from anyone. You don't catch also other negative forces. No one can harm you. That I call as the completion of your Shraddha. That time Sahasrara is so fully enlightened that you become Dharma. For example, we can give the example of Christ. Christ saw a prostitute being stoned. Now Christ had nothing to do with the prostitute, just the opposite of it. But when he saw she was stoned, he took a stone in his hand. And he says that those who think who have not sinned at all can throw a stone at me. And everybody was stunned. Why is he taking the side of a prostitute? He is a religious man. He should also put stones on her. But he was standing on truth. That's exactly what happens to you when it is established in Sahasrara that you stand on truth. There's a little difference in in dharma and in truth. A dharma person might become too dharmic, illogically dharmic, and go to the right or to the left. A dharmic person might think he is the superior person to others. That why should he try to save anybody else? Let them go to hell. Who cares? This kind of an attitude can come in a person who is dharmic. Also, I have seen some Sahajogis who start new methods in Sahaja Yoga. You do like this, so it will be all right. You do like that, it will be all right. Because they are not stagnated at the point of dharma. So they start telling people that you do this way, do that way. But when you rise to the point of truth, then you don't do any rituals. You don't need any ritual. You are not bothered. Because you are in dharma. And here you are standing on the truth. And truth is much greater than dharma. For example, a person who is standing on truth, he doesn't care for any absurd ideas about religion, even about Sahaj religion. He doesn't care that after all this is Sahaj, this is not Sahaj. He goes beyond. In the sense he sees a global truth within himself. He sees the truth which is all-pervading. Not only sees, but he knows and he feels, and he is in that truth. So when dharma flowers into truth, it's a very beautiful happening, and that should happen to all of you. So many things can linger on if you are only on the dharma level. I've seen people going into ego, making money. Sometimes they don't even ask me and go on doing things which they should not do. They do wrong things which are not good for such. There is no humility about it. And they don't understand that whether this dharma is standing on truth or untruth. So we have to go to the foundation of dharma, which is truth. As described before, it's a tree of life which has got its roots up in the brain and the branches in the body. So you have to go to the roots of everything, and that is the place where you reach when you are absolutely established in Sahasrara. In the Sahasrara are the roots of all these ideas we have, or we can say all these swarupas we have taken. We have now become dharmic. What is the root of dharma? Why should we be dharmic? What is the need to be dharmic? There are many people in this world who are extremely adharmic, living very well, according to, outward expression. We feel that they are very happy people, they are all right, they are enjoying themselves, while we are deprived, perhaps, of all the so-called enjoyments of these people. So, at the state of only dharma, things become very important to us, which may not be standing on truth. There are so many things like that I can point it out to you, that how Sahajogis falter even after achieving dharma state, they falter. I've seen people giving up their drugs, alcoholism, giving up other kinds of addictions, even their language improves. And their, we can say, behavior is changed. They become humbler people, no doubt. But still, they are conscious that they are standing on dharma. This consciousness has to disappear. At the stage of Sahasrara, this consciousness disappears because truth is love and love is truth. That is the point where the Kundalini meets the heart chakra. As you know, the pita of heart is here. So when Kundalini pierces through that heart chakra, what starts flowing in the brain, in the Sahasrara, is the truth, but truth that is love. There's a difference between truth as itself and truth that is love. So out of love for that prostitute, that Christ stood by her. He stood on the roots of truth, no doubt, but what was flowing through his heart was the love, the pure love. So now when we have pure love for someone, we see the whole thing in a different manner. We see a person in a different manner. And it becomes very sweet. Otherwise, truth can be very bitter, can be very painful. But truth, which is adorned with love, is just like a flower without the thorns. It's very interesting how a person who is pouring with love and is standing on truth. That's the personality you have to become. Now, in the expression of love, we can take an example to understand. Supposing I meet somebody and he's telling all kinds of horrible things about another person. So I feel tremendous love for him as well as for the person whom he is telling all these things. So now, I take to lie, a complete lie, which is the truth also, in a way. I tell that person, see, what are you talking? The person about whom you are saying all this has been just praising you all the time. And here you are talking like this. Now this is not the truth actually, but you take the help of the lie, the other side of the truth, to bring out a friendship between the two persons. So this is what is the work of love, that it tries to bring people closer to each other, to say things by which they become one, united. So all the divisive methods that we have used so far just disappear, and we try to understand what is the method by which we can join people's heart. As it is, you are in collective consciousness. But this collective consciousness, if it is superficial, you can achieve great results like as you have done it. Maybe you can build beautiful ashrams, you can do all this. But when it is filled with love, collective consciousness, then the joy is complete of collective consciousness. Now people talk of peace. You cannot have peace without this new awareness, we call it collective consciousness. But in that also there has to be the main tattva, principle of love. For example, now Sahajyogis, say from Germany and Austria, are going to Israel. It's very fulfilling. I was happy that they have chosen for this puja people from Israel. And then I found Israelis coming to Egypt, forgetting all that Muslims have done to them. It's really remarkable how people get attracted towards expression of their love to their fellow men, to other Sahajyogis. And once it starts growing, you will be surprised how we can change this world. Most of the problems, human problems, are due to hatred. And it's very commonly used, I hate. It's absurd. It's a sin to hate someone. Why do you hate someone? You can hate the sin, you can hate the evil, but you should not hate people just for hating's sake. This hatred that we have is responsible for all the problems we have had so far. Because one person becomes very powerful. By dividing people, he becomes very powerful. And these divisive things have really crushed so many countries. For example, our country was divided by the British. Now they are having the division. This doesn't stop. By dividing us, what has happened? All the countries who have gone away from India are suffering very much. Those people who tried to divide the country thought that they'll become prime ministers, this, that. Most of them have been murdered by their own people. You can see clearly how hatred manifests itself. It starts from a small point and it manifests all over. Very clearly it can be seen in any country being divided. There's no need to divide any country. That creates more hatred and more trouble. In the same way in Sahaja Yoga, we should not think of have divisions. Now we have got a beautiful land. As you must have heard about near the Ganges. Now people are thinking if they can have separate houses, separate compounds. Why? You know how to live collectively, you enjoy collective life, so why do you want to have separate houses? What secrets are we going to have from each other? After all, whatever we do is known on the vibrations. You cannot hide anything. So why have separate houses? Why do you want to have some privacy? Because in Sahaja Yoga there is no privacy. We know about everyone. What are they up to? What are their problems? What chakras they are catching? Isn't it? So there is no secret about anything in Sahaja Yoga. Everyone knows about everyone. So what's the use of having privacy also? I can't understand. It's like this, you see, still the mind is working like that. Then they are thinking of inheritance. All right, I was saying that you can have inheritance, but if your son is not a Sahaja Yogi, what to do? We cannot keep a culprit there to trouble everyone. It is not the rules and regulations that are going to keep you happy and joined together, but it is the pure collective consciousness and its love. Because as you know, we have no proper organizations, we have no clergyship, we have nothing like that. Leaders also can shift more times than Ganges River can shift its course. So there is nothing like that. It's all on a shifty sand we are standing all the time. And your mother is another one who tries all kinds of tricks. The reason is, I want you to stand on rocks. And this rock is emitting love, is emitting that divine love. And the joy of that love is really so beautiful. For example, people would like to have their separate bathrooms, especially Indians. Suddenly they have become Britishers, and Britishers have become Indians, you know. Indians want to have their separate bathrooms. I don't know why. And this is a very common disease with Indians. And it is also spreading to other people, I feel sometimes, that they want to have their separate bathrooms. In a collective life, there's no need. You don't even know. But if you ask me, I won't even know if I've been to bathroom or not. Just go there, come back, next. I have no time for all that. In the same way, you also should have a concept of a society which is living like an ocean. If ocean rises, they rise. If falls, they fall. Just one union of love. I am expecting that kind of a society at the foothill of Himalayas. And I'm sure all of you will realize that Himalaya being the Sahasrara of the world. Luckily, I wanted it to be done before the Sahasrara Puja, and it is done. With the blessings of Himalayas, I should say. But Himalaya is also like a Sahasrara where the Kundalini has risen, where the vibrations have come out. And in the sky you can see the vibration. But this Himalaya is ruled by a wrathful god called Shiva. That's the dangerous part of it. So we have to be very, very careful. If we try to play around, if we try to take to hatred among ourselves, take to divisive methods, take to something that is not Sahaj, this wrathful God is sitting on our head. He is also in Mecca. This is Makkeshwar Shiv there. If you try to misbehave, he comes out with his wrathfulness. Anywhere you are, you have to be very careful that this Shiva is everywhere. Like one of these lingas of Shiva is in Pardi Baidnath, that is in Maharashtra, Allatur. And there people started another kind of sahaja. Also they were drinking on the day of the Sri Ganesha's Visarjan. So the wrath of Shivalanga came and there was such a big, huge earthquake. Many people were lost, but none of the Sahajogis and their center was saved completely. Now we had a big fire also, as you know last time, and nothing happened to you. You are under protection. You are all the time protected. There was no wrath of Shiva that could work out anything. Fire could not do anything to you because you are under protection. But this protection is your mother's love. Is not anything else but the love of your mother, which is very powerful, which is protecting you and helping you. In the same way, you develop that kind of love for others, for other Sahajogis, for other people, for other things, for this Mother Earth, for all that. Your love can not only protect you, but protect others also. Your attention, as long as it is on yourself, you will start becoming smaller and smaller. I should have this, I should have that, I like this, I like that. All these topics will fall. You'll never say, I like this. No question. What do I like? It's difficult for me to decide if I like anything. This I like, that I like to be this way. Who are you? Ask yourself the question. Who are you? If you are the pure spirit, it is nothing but love. And in love you think of others, the problems of others. You try to make others comfortable. You try to look after others. And you don't just look after yourself and bother about yourself. This is what you have to reach. Though you may be dharmic, you may be in every way sahaj, but still, unless and until you reach that state in your sahasrara, I wouldn't say that you are all right. You have to work it out. For that, of course, meditation is very important. But the thing that stops it is your mind. It's your mind that goes on telling you. All the time you watch your mind, how it tries to guide you, how it tries to tell you, now, what about me? What about my house? What about my children? What about my country? Like that, you go on my, ultimately you end up into nothing. But when you say, you. Kabira has said a beautiful thing about it. He says that when the goat is living, it is saying, meh, means I. But it dies. Then they take out the intestine and put it on a dunki where they put it for the cleaning of the cotton. And that time, what does that dunki say? Tu hi. You are the one. You are. And that echoes all over. In the same way, you have to think from others' point of view. First of all, tu hi, when you say it to your guru or to God, that you are. I am no more. I am dissolved. I am finished. I am become one. with this ocean of love. And then you say to others, you are. You are. That is search culture. See, so lots of falsehood will follow. Falsehood that surrenders you and others. Like people try falsehood by saying something, I love you very much, and on the back they plan something very bad. They can do anything. Not Sahajogis, they don't do it. I must say that they have reached that state where they don't do it. But still, if they don't do it, they are conscious of it. All the time they are conscious, we don't do this, we don't drink, so what? We don't fuss about food. I mean, all their things they have achieved, they are very proud of it, you see, very proud. That we are like this, we are that. You see, because you are the pure spirit, because you are that, so you have become that. How can you take pride in something what you are? Like somebody asked me, don't you feel very proud that you are Adi Shakti? I said, what? I couldn't understand the question. I said, see now, if I am Adi Shakti, what is there to be proud? Because I am that. What is there to be proud? If I was not that, then I would be proud of it. But I was. So what is there to be proud of? Like the sun, you see, it shines. It's not proud that I am the sun. Or if you are born, say, with your eyes and nose, a face like a human being, you are not proud. I am a human being. I am a human being. Are you proud? In the same way, if you are that what you are not proud. You are not conscious of it. Not at all conscious. I mean, I never tell myself I am Adi Shakti. There's no need to tell. But it is so. What to do? Now God has chosen me, I should say, to be the Adi Shakti. All right, I can have it. But I just don't know what is there. As if like some people think that Sahaja Yoga has been bestowed upon them like some lordship or something like that. Not that. It is what you have become. When you become, one must understand that you have become that. Like supposing a stone becomes gold, then it is gold. It won't be proud that I am gold. Gold is gold. Why will it be proud of that? In the same way, this consciousness of being a Sahaja drops out. Still it lingers. So one has to be careful that once you are a Sahaja, you are a Sahaja, so what? I am a Sahaja, so what? Nothing so great. It's like saying that I have a nose, you see. To be proud of saying, I have a nose, you see. What is there? Nose is already there. What is there to be proud of? But this pride has to go. That's very important to realize that I am not there. I am no more. I am one of the whole. Become the ocean, this drop of mine. I don't know if there are any boundaries left in me. This kind of consciousness develops in you when your consciousness is filled with joy only, just with joy and bubbling with love. Bubbling with love. You go on, you see, expressing your love, whether you talk or you don't talk. Whether you say about it or you don't. Whether you are smiling or not. This joy is in your heart.
ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி. சில நிமிடம் தியானத்தில் இருப்போம். மெதுவாக கண்களை திறந்து ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜிக்கு நன்றியை கூறுவோம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, இன்றைய தியானத்தை அளித்ததற்கு நன்றி தாயே. இந்த தியானத்தில் நாங்கள் ஏதாவது தவறு செய்திருந்தால் தயவு செய்து எங்களை மன்னியுங்கள் தாயே. நம்ம எல்லோரும் கூட்டாக நமஸ்காரம் பண்ணி குண்டலியை எழுப்பி பந்தன் போட்டுக்கொள்வோம். ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி. இன்றைய தியான செஷன் முடிந்தது. நாளை காலை திருப்பி 5:30க்கு நம்ம எல்லோரும் கூட்டாக தியானம் செய்யலாம். ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி.
ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி.
ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி.
ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி.